Carson's Corner is a black LGBTQ-owned small business. They sell merchandise and apparel on pop culture franchises such as Dragon Ball, King of the Hill, Sailor Moon, and of course and most importantly, Power Rangers. If you're interested in getting their amazing merch, be sure to check them out at carsoncorner.com. The link will be down below.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Rider Time podcast here on the Morphin Network, where it's Morphin Time all the time. I'm TimeRider Zero, your host, aka Mike. Jared is gonna show up in a bit. He's still finishing up his own podcast on his Twitch channel. So if you guys don't watch Henshin Gate, definitely check them out. But their podcast is pretty much over, so you know it is what it is. So they're going to pop over back here in a bit. But so I'm going to hold down the fort right here at the beginning. And what is it that we are talking about today? Well, today we are talking about none other than Kamen Rider Geats, episode 41, Genesis 3, the Jet Black Shogun. Wow, what can I say about this episode? Well, man, I feel like the last, very last scene in the previous episode could have just been omitted, because this actually goes into what I've been talking about in the previous episode when we were discussing it last week as of the time of this recording. So I went over this actually a couple of times, how I hate how a new form shows up at the end of an episode, cliffhanger, go to the next episode, find some excuse for the character with the new form to not finish the job, and then they use the new form again, which kind of cheapens the hype of the new form, or maybe, it kind of cheapens the hype of that new form, or like they find the whole berserker thing is an excuse. Oh, it's like, oh, this is the form that we are. This is going to be the form that you're going to be using, but for one reason or another, you're not able to use it because you're it's incomplete or defective or something like that. And that it works sometimes. Heck, you know how they like to do their berserker forms, but for me, it feels old. And while the pacing for this episode is a massive improvement, it doesn't change the fact that we had to deal with the previous episode. They didn't have to actually show the Tycoon Shogun or Bujin. I honestly don't even know what the form is properly called, because there's the whole Black Shogun thing, or there's or it's called Bujin Shogun. All we know is that he's a ninja. And so he has that Kamen Rider Shinobi thing going on for him. I mean, it's called Bujin Sword, but people keep calling it the Shogun form, so it's it is. Well, although I will say this, given the crazy weapons that all the characters in their final forms always have, it's kind of hard to believe that his main weapon is just a katana. It doesn't have a cool hilt, sure, but you get this bigger, tricked out armor. Heck, his ninja form is basically has this cool Sevatar blade. But here it's he gets a more souped up form, but it's just a katana, man. I mean, sure, it's you got the whole force blade action thing going on, and I respect that, but it's a katana. I'm not hating on katanas. I'm just saying it's if this form had a Sevatar and sword and Tycoon Ninja form had a katana, that would have made more sense. Get the bigger, fancier looking sword in the latter forms, basically. That sort of situation. Heck, even Tycoon Jet Command form had like a nicer sword stuff. And again, I'm not hating on real life katanas. I'm just saying, as far as you know what, they could have even made a black katana. Kind of like how Sokka from Avatar: The Last Airbender had a space sword. Yeah, like let's go with that. Like, why can't you just have a space sword? It is what it is. The design looks cool, but not really too fancy. It doesn't quite look fancy like Buffa's Jamoto God form or Geats' QB9 form. Heck, given that 3 out of the 4 main characters now have a final form, I really hope that Nago does too. I know her thing is destroyed, but like somehow they got to bring her back, give her a new form, and I think they're kind of hinting at that with one scene in particular. But yeah, here's the thing: Kamen Rider John from the Kamen Rider Jean from Kamen Rider Revise, which again we're gonna go over. I'm not a fan of Revise. Had a final form. It was incredibly late to the game, like so late. It's literally against the final battle against GIF, and you're probably thinking, but there were 4 more episodes. No, there were not 4 more episodes, because the next 4 episodes are literally 100% filler episodes. It's like watching Bleach anime without the 1,000-Year Blood War arc. With that said, I really hope that here Nago actually does get a final form, and they give it justice more than they gave Jean's King Cobra form. And don't get me wrong, Jean's King Cobra form is really cool looking. I like the design. It's what Jean had some of the better designs from that season. But as far as how it was utilized, well, basically she's Sakura from Naruto. Ultra powerful, warming the bench way too often. In terms of plot, she gets more action than Daichi and the demons, but doesn't change the fact that plot-wise, it's like, girl's not given enough stuff to do. Nago got more stuff to do. Like, she had more character development than a lot of female writers we've had in the past. And that is genuinely impressive. So I really hope that when they do reveal Nago's final form, which she may as well get one, and they're kind of hinting at it, I hope they do better. But moving on to the plot of the episode, we get the Daichi CD makes an announcement that there is the Jomar 23 bacteria epidemic going on. Yes, I'm making a really tasteless joke about world events, but hey, at least I'm being biologically correct here, because the Jamoto are living organisms, and therefore, if this is an infection, it's bacterial, not viral. So and of course you got an anti-vaxxer being like, what Jamoto bacterial infection? That is just some conspiracy theory created by the media. And then a bunch of people turn into Jamoto. So I have nowhere to go with that. I think it was just poorly executed to some capacity, but you get what you get. But it's like, why are you making a global announcement? Why not just quietly let the bacterium spread? Meanwhile, Nago is having some reservations, saying that she kind of wishes that she was still a writer, Because maybe if she was still around, maybe she would have been able to save Sarah, who died in the previous episode, for those of you who are out of the loop. But the thing is, naturally, Nago can't do it because her ID core was destroyed by Buffa in the previous arc. So she can't become a rider again. They established that while Geats could bring back the DGP, he does not have the ability to restore broken ID cores. You know, it is an unfortunate fact of life that we just have to deal with. Anyways, so where do we go from here? Well, where we go from here is Keiwa is upset that he lost all of his relatives, and Kekura, being the dote that he is just cackling and saying, but you're supposed to become a Kamen Rider. And it's like, but I don't want to be a writer. My whole reason for becoming a writer is because I want to protect my family. You know, kind of like the NPCs from Sword Art Online. It's like, we must save my family. The bandits are coming. Remember to jump. And of course, Kekura like tries to gaslight him. It's like, hey man, like you became a Kamen Rider because you wanted world peace, man. If you're gonna quit just because your sister's gone, well, a lot of more people are gonna suffer, and where are you gonna be for that? You know, you're kind of a hypocrite, bro. Why don't you go back to becoming a writer like you were supposed to be? And I'm thinking, can you imagine if All Might tried to use the gaslighting technique on Keiwa, not on Keiwa, on Midoriya? Like that would have been just shocking to see. Like seeing like that kind of gaslighting. He's like, oh, so Midoriya, so your mom was injured by Shigaraki, and you're just gonna sit there and mope around while Shigaraki is going to destroy the entire city? Man, I thought you were cool. I gave you a one for all so you could protect the people. Now you're being a hypocrite. You changed, man. You used to be cool. I am liking Kekura less and less, and yet I stand by what I said before. I still somehow hate Daichi more than Kekura. But believe me, Kekura is really trying hard. Heck, there was a time when I hated Barba more than Kekura just because I had nothing against Kekura for a hot minute. But Barbara was always, you know, being a twisted heel. But like now, like Kekura is like really trying to get a worse rep than Baraba, and I'm like, I'm not down for that, man. I'm not down for it. You know, like you can have your thing. I'm not down for it. I can't wait for Baraba, Kekura, Daichi to just go away, never return. Just like Kofu from Lion King before he had his moment of redemption and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But you know, but we got a lot of things we got to deal with, and let's see. So while Kekura is goading, what's his name? While Kekura is goading Keiwa, naturally Buff Oda is also getting goaded by Baraba, and of course, every time when Michinaga destroys a Jamoto, it's a phase 2 Jamoto, which means he's killing humans. And he keeps seeing Sarah's ghost being like, really, Michi? Is my blood not enough on your hands? And of course, this is Baraba getting what she wants. She wants the ultimate suffering because that burden's just weighing down Michinaga. And I'm feeling more and more sorry for him. I'm not saying I've forgiven him for what he has done to, what's their names, Ben and John. But I will say this, I do feel bad for him in the context of he has to his burden of killing innocent people is increasingly worse, because when he joined, the whole thing, the Desire Grand Prix, he joined to protect people and to fight riders because innocent people suffered because of the DGP. So he only hated Chiboto, and he hated riders. Innocent humans, he had nothing against, and I respect that. There's only so much that he could do from his perspective, and it's gonna weigh down on him because he's doing something that he originally did not want to be involved in. But here we are. Now, Punk Jack was able to relay that, the new game master, he wants Tsurumi to become the new to become the new Desire Goddess. So they decide to help her disguise herself. And while she looks good in her Gucci, it's kind of ineffectual when her brother, because of that one wish, her brother is the star of the stars 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 of the stars, and therefore they're not going to get any peace. And I'm not going to lie though, to some extent it is interesting to see that one of Ace's granted wishes is now working against him. Because before, everything was to his favor. For him to always become a candidate to become a Kamen Rider. That way he could get more wishes. For him to have an easy life, he doesn't have to work hard to win the Desire Grand Prix. Things have always been working in his favor. He wants to become the star of the stars of the stars of the stars of the stars. So that his mom would notice him. I know, notice me, senpai. Okay, we got rid of that joke. Then we got for the DGP staff to become his family. I don't know why he wished for that one. That doesn't make sense. Maybe so he could be more intimate. But the thing is, as things with Giromi proved, he's not getting straight answers. So that was literally a wasteful wish, man. That was an incredibly wasteful wish. I don't know why he even went through with that. He could have done it, but he could have went straight for the let me become the next game master from Jump Street, or make me a DGP staff member, or make me an executive member of the Desire Grand Prix committee. And he would have won that competition. He would have got his wish. We would have saved ourselves maybe 10 episodes of plot development. Now he kind of owns a separate Desire Grand Prix, but what good is it him now if all the Jamoto are breaking the rules? But here, one of his old wishes that was supposed to help him is now backfiring on him. So, yeah, it is what it is. This is where we're going. Yep, this is where we ended up with, and the thing is, and it's proven, the point is proven because we have Cadence Venetisi just showing up right in front of us so quickly. That means this scene is completely redundant, and the only good it served was just to show Tsurumi in clothes outside of her DGP clothes. Don't get me wrong, girl looks fly, girl looks hecka fly, but it does not change the fact that this scene was completely useless. Useless. What was that again? What was that? Useless. Yeah, I said it for the who knows how manyth time. But they have a conversation. The dude pulls out a freaking Billy Club. And he's like, wow, a game master playing rough. Wow, that's something I wasn't expecting. And of course, King's Venetisi. And I know he has a name. I know he has an actual name. I don't know what that name is. I didn't bother looking it up. He was never mentioned by name in the show, so that doesn't help. But, I mean, even Sweru was mentioned by name. Chirami was mentioned by name. Giromi was mentioned by name. That's why I remember all of their names. Heck, Ben, John, freaking Mario. Yeah. I mean, we don't bother with remembering Dupin's name because he was a jerk. But, say a character's name frequently of heck, Sai and Daichi. I miss Sai. I miss Sai. Sheets. Anywho, so I'm gonna keep referring to him as Cain's Venetisi just because he is the Cain's Venetisi Zodiac in Kamen Rider Forza. Until I finally remember or learn his actual name, I'm gonna refer to him as that. So Cain's Venetisi is like, oh, you're surprised I'm wearing a Billy Club? Well, in case you haven't noticed, I may be the game master, but I'm not trying to impress an audience. I have no audience to impress. I have no supporters to impress. I have no sponsors to impress. I just want the game to proceed as it's supposed to proceed, and that means getting the job done. And this guy is rough. He really wants to prove that he is Blood Boy. Yeah. That's the reference to Forza episode 78. There it is. Deal with it. Bato boy. You know what? Okay. You guys will probably want to hear it anyways. Bato boy. What are you going to do? What are you going to do when you turn into a Zodiac? Okay. That was terrible. I'm not going to quit my day job. Okay. So, thankfully, Punk Jack shows up and actually helps fight the dude off. And Taylor runs off with Tsurumi, and at first you think, oh, he's helping us out. He's getting her to safety while the two is handling it. But then he leaves, and he's like, just so you know, the creation gods will only grant the wishes of the person that has the strongest wish. So, without further ado, Jared, what do you have to say about this?
Okay, first off, I take that. I would say that's offensive. You call me Jeremy, but I'm gonna let that.
I don't know. Look, man.
I have to
deal with a lot of white.
You call me Spider-Man. It's okay. Don't worry about it.
Miles Morales in my head.
Well, right now we're still streaming on Henshin Gate. Haha.
If anything, you're more like Bodhi than Miles.
I'll take that as a better compliment. Well, actually, no. Screw that. I don't like that because Super Kimura playing him in the Japanese version. Screw that. That's disrespectful. That's disrespectful. You should go sit in a corner for that.
Make up your mind. Do you want to be Ultimate or Punk? Like, your choice. I mean,
I'll take Miles.
Okay.
Disrespecting. Disrespecting us, but yeah. So right now we're
man. The movie already disrespected Ben Reilly, so I got nothing to lose.
That's Andy Samberg's fault, though. Not mine. But yeah. Me and Ryan both just, oh my God. Oh, this episode of Geats. And I'm just showing him King Odra because King Odra hype. But
I haven't watched the episode yet. I'm going to watch it tomorrow morning.
We're watching it right now. Shameless plug. Just filling him in on what happened with Rita and stuff.
Yeah, I know. Hakili is watching Geats right now as we are talking.
We beat Achilles. Shout out to the homie Achilles.
Yeah, but at least he's like watching one show that we're not. He's watching what's it called? That Project Magenta thing.
Project.
You know the one where Masato Inui is like some pink dude in a fantasy world.
Project
Zerez or something like that. Rezer or something like that. Anyway, basically, it's like imagine if Kamen Rider Decade had the X-Aid armor, but had like another world version of that. Like Tsukasa Kodoya in a Garo-fied X-Aid armor.
Hold on a sec. Trying to get the other earbud on, dude. This is what happened. Oh, wait a minute. I have other headphones. What am I doing? Where did I put them? First, let me just fucking. Well, while I look for my headphones, like I said, Geats, 10 out of 10 episode, 10 out of 10 series.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I don't even remember the name of the form. It's just so cool.
Yeah, it's Bujin's sword.
Bujin.
Yeah, we're about to get to that actually, because Keiwa is like having his Spider-Man 3 moment right here, and like the look on his face says this is like Buffa heel turned several arcs ago. Geats fake heel turned last arc. Now it's my turn to heel turn. Oh yeah, and also Neon heel turned in the arc before that. So
He did.
So it's like my turn to heel turn because like I'm the only one who hasn't.
Trying to go back and forth. Yeah, no, there's too much heel turning in Geats, but Daichi is the ultimate heel right now and needs to get wrecked.
I'll say it again. I hate him more than Racules. That's saying a lot because I can't stand Racules.
Nice. Yeah. Nobody should make a deal with Racules. I'm telling this to both streams. Don't make a deal with Racules. Don't do that to yourself. Sorry, spoiling King Oja for you guys.
But yeah, he's like, I want the ultimate
power.
Keiwa
is lost. Now he is begging for power. Sounds like a certain blue-wearing ninja from our orange-wearing ninja series, which is funny because the blue-wearing ninja is in Geats right now. The irony is not lost on me that he is basically Sasuke at the end of part 1 of Naruto, where Sasuke is literally in this episode.
Even his outfit turns black. And like, this is not the Rider way, man. This is not the Rider way.
This ain't the way.
It's not the way.
How did I put my stuff?
Yeah. And if you thought Archimendo was creepy, heck, if you thought Daichi going all like Jeffrey Dahmer like in the last episode was creepy.
No, Daichi went a whole new level. Excuse me while I look for my headphone piece. What the hell did you do with it?
I just can't deal with this. This is so intense.
Oh, I don't even remember where I put my headphones. Damn. No.
Like this scene will haunt me in my nightmares. It's just gonna haunt me in my nightmares. Because this is not something that I want to be seeing in Kamen Rider. But here it is. People are inside a tree. Like that one dude from Doctor Who absorbed Moaning Mortal in season 2 of Doctor Who, the reboot.
At least we know that there's going to be a way for Sarah to be saved.
Yeah, but I hope she won't be like trapped inside a cinder block like a Moaning Mortal from Doctor Who.
That would be hilarious, but no, I doubt that.
It's like, I get it. There's a lot of parallels between Kamen Rider and Doctor Who, and I will stand by the fact that thanks to Ace, Kamen Rider had the first ginger main writer before Doctor Who had a ginger doctor. But
that's actually really true.
I still can't believe that's actually true. By the way, quick aside, you know, Toku Collectibles is closing out their pre-orders for the Ben and John ID cores, and someone asked like, "Who are these two secret agent looking dudes?" And I'm like, "They are the two greatest writers you will never see." It hurt me inside saying that though.
But it's true.
They better get a VSynX or a TTFC video. Heck, freaking Z-Cross showed up for TTFC. Like, these two may as well have their own thing. Heck, much like how we had Gaiden, why not have a Geats Gaiden?
Damn, thing's not working. I'll be right back.
It is what it is. But, you know, the burden. Like, seriously, like, it... Oh, man. Like, there is no rest for Michinaga. Because, what's it called? Because he keeps coming across Jamoto, like left and right, and every single one of them is one of these dudes. And that's really tragic, man. It's really tragic. And it's like that song. Saomeo tsui wo kazoe tamashi ni fomitodomare. I'm like, no. He's counting up his sins. I know he's not perfect, but I know he can work it. And he keeps seeing the ghosts of Sarah, which makes it even worse. It just keeps getting worse. Like, this is like seeing Han Solo all the time after what's his name? Kylo Ren killed him. But yeah. Keiwa confronts him. They have a spat. Keiwa straight up tries to murk him. Like, he's straight up putting up a fight. And keep in mind, Michinaga is more experienced as a fighter. He's more efficient as a fighter. And plus, he's just built better because one's white collar, the other's blue collar. Who do you think is going to win in a fight between a white collar and a blue collar? Let's be honest, guys. And then Keiwa pulls out his big stop. He gets his new raised buckle, the one we've been waiting for 2 episodes. 2 episodes. Heck, arguably 5 episodes. He gets Bujin's sword, which has an interesting design to it because usually whenever we get a 2-part buckle, usually the bigger piece goes on the right side, and the left side is like some kind of smaller part that is like less. It's like right side is the functional part, left side is the aesthetic side. But here it's like the big bulky part of the thing is on the right. Sorry, it's on the left side, which I'm genuinely surprised by because I would have thought it would be on the right side, like how you would expect. You know, like you got a sheath, you got a sword. Nope, sword is on this side, not on this side. Revel on. And that's when we get our special boy grown up into a vile man. Bujin Sword Tycoon. Now, the armor actually looks pretty decent. I'm not gonna lie, I love the overall black design with the lime green. Well, actually, not so much of a lime green, more like a mint green motif to for the decal. His main weapon is a katana, which is kind of weird. You'd think he'd use a ninjato since he's a ninja, but he's like, with this, I'm gonna clear all your sins. I'm like, oh man, this guy. Oh man, where is Z-Cross when you need him? Because like this is not my special little boy, and like he puts up a pretty good fight. He doesn't really show that much using like special abilities in his fight against Michinaga. And let me be clear what I mean by special abilities. Like when we see Geats use Jet Command, he like you see him use cannons. You see him use a jet function. When Geats uses Boost Mark II, we see him turn into a kitsune and he's like bouncing around on walls and stuff. When we see Geats Mark IX, QB9, like we see special abilities. Here we don't actually see him use special abilities up until the very end. And of course he has Michinaga pinned to the ground. He said, whatever happened to the happy-go-lucky person you used to be? And he's like, I did not change. You changed. You used to be cool. And that's where the episode ends. So this is where we are at. This is where we're at. Let's see how Buffa gets out of this one. Let's see how he gets out of this one. At the very least, he should be in a hospital for a while. Bigger question. Where is Punk Jack's suit? I'm pretty sure it's not destroyed. At least I don't think it is. But we haven't seen, and I think I've seen him transform in the previous arc, or maybe Mandala Effect is trying to hit me, but I see no reason for Punk Jack not to become a rider, to the best of my memory, but it is what it is. Hopefully Punk Jack saves him, but either way, next episode, someone's got to go. I don't care if it's Kekara or Daichi. One of those two guys has got to go. One of those two has got to go. Besides, we're at episode 41, so there's anywhere between 7 to 9 episodes left of this show, so we need some closure. We still have 1, 2, 3, 4 villains left, and maybe even like 1 plus later on. Because we don't know if the DGP are going to come back, because Sweru kind of is or isn't alive after Geats defeated him. I don't know what's going on there. But bare minimum, we still have 4 major villains left. And apparently next episode, Kekara and Baroba will become Jamoto. So here's what we think. Let us know what you thought about the episode. Did you like it? Did you hate it? What do you think is going to happen next? Write in the comments section, because when you write in the comments while we are live, we will display your comments right here at the bottom of the screen. So be sure to be featured as a member of our discussion community. So my thoughts kind of makes the previous episode redundant. I mean, it's not that the previous episodes were redundant. It's just that you could have kind of combined these 3 episodes into 2 episodes. That's the best way I could put it. You could have combined these 3 episodes into 2 episodes. I think the pacing would have worked better. It still feels a little late into the series as a whole that Tycoon got his final form at this point in time. But I don't know. I think I'd be a little bit more excited if they didn't show the suit in the previous episode. I think that's my one major complaint about episode 40. Like, if they just got rid of those last 2 minutes, this episode would have felt a lot better. And even the previous episode would have felt a lot better. Because, again, it's like, what is even the point of making that reveal in the previous episode if he's not even going to actually use that form? He's not even going to obtain the means to use that form. Heck, at least when Geats became Geats 9, at least he actually had the raise buckle before he went berserk. And then the thing got improved so that he's then later able to become perfect QB9. That's just my thoughts on it. As far as the action goes, really not much to say in terms of the action, because as far as actual rider fights go, there's just literally just Tycoon versus Buffa. I wish it would last just a little bit longer. That's all I asked. Maybe like make it last 2 minutes longer, so I could really bask in how much Keiwa's dominating over Michinaga. But the choreography wasn't bad. But I will give credit. There's a lot of civilian fight scenes in this episode, and I respect that. I'm always down for more civilian fight scenes. I don't know what's going on with... one thing I forgot to talk about. Nago visiting her father. I can't believe I completely skipped over that. So she visited her father, and of course, he's like, no one from my company has come to visit me. I'm like, well, this feels like a dramatize me video waiting to happen. But of course, the only person who showed up is Neon, and she's like, the only reason I came here is because I want to be a writer again. I'm pretty sure you might know a way for me to become a writer again. Now, part of me feels like this is hinting towards a new form for Neon, which we desperately need because John, first female writer to have a final form, but it happened so late in the game we weren't really able to appreciate it. But here it's like we have an opportunity to make things happen a lot better. And we can fix the mistakes that we did in Revise. Now, here's the thing. Here's what I'm thinking is going to happen. Because her core was destroyed, she needs a new core. Here's the thing. Each ID core only works for the one person it's assigned to. So here's what I'm thinking. She's going to use the ID core that would originally belong to the true daughter of the Kurama family. That is my fan theory, because that way you have the genetic match without it actually being Nago's ID core. And maybe like you might get a cameo from her twin sister, and like maybe they'll fuse together, kind of like what they intended to do with Steve Urkel and Stefan Urkel, in the non-existent 10th season of Full House.
All right.
I don't know. I'm going to the
final
thoughts.
I can't hear nothing. Now I can't hear nothing. Ain't that lovely?
Okay, so what are your thoughts? Can you hear it? You good? Because I can hear you, bro.
I love how this just wants to work when it wants to work. Hold up.
Okay, hold on. I'll just write it down in the private chat, make it a little bit easier for you to just respond. Here we go.
What are the thoughts and what are my theories? Buffa's obviously coming back. 10 out of 10 episode. And Baraba and Kekura are going to get theirs, as well as Daichi. you can't be out here introducing new forms and they think that they're just gonna, last. Nah, frick out of here.
I mean, they kind of specify that. They don't specify. They kind of show it in the trailer that they're going to become Jimoto.
Work right now.
Hold on.
Hold on a sec. I'll be right back.
We know. Okay, so we know that Berba and Kekara become Jimoto next episode. So will this be the end game for them? Also, will they have full control over their powers or not? Also, will Cute and Jean make a comeback? Feels weird how the two of them just randomly left while the other two stayed behind and they're being menaces everywhere. But yeah, those are my thoughts. As far as this episode goes, I give it a 9 out of 10. Again, I would give this episode a 10 if they just cut out those last 2 minutes of the previous episode. I know it seems really cheap to just take a point off of that, but pacing, man, Chekhov's gun. It's like sometimes you just gotta cut. You gotta trim the fat to make things a little bit better, But that is what I'm saying. Okay, we'll try to get back to Jared, but until he's back, let's go to the comments. What did you guys think of the episode? Triple XYZ said, I love this episode. Stuff finally happens. Yeah, I mean, stuff has been happening. It's just like final form is finally happening, if anything. 10 out of 10. Well, you're sorry about that. I just got retired for a second there. Okay. I love Keiwa's new form. Yeah, I mean it looks serviceable. I love the black and the lime green aspects to it. I just hate just the way they incorporated into the show. Like the pacing, man. I just can't get over the pacing. I like katanas. I like them too. I just think maybe give Keiwa a fancier sword. That's all I'm saying. I mean, if he's trying to do a Nobunaga thing, at least give the guy a musket. I feel bad for Sarah. Yeah, we all feel bad for Sarah. I mean, she did not deserve that. And she was doing good, too. Like, she was being a civilian. She was fighting against Jimoto despite not being a writer. Like, this was really good. Richie and Curtis, MMPR Season 2 stuff. I won't get over Richie and Curtis because they are the GOAT. They are the GOAT. Actually, you know what? When you think about it, Richie and Curtis are kind of like Ben and John because they help fight the bad guys, but you never see them transform. Okay. Okay, it looks like Keiwa will heel turn the Sark. Yeah. Don't remind me. Neon had a heel phase. Michinaga had a heel phase. Ace had a fake out heel phase. Punk Jack was a heel to begin with, but then he kind of baby faced, I guess. I don't want Keiwa to be evil, but I feel like he's going to heel turn to some capacity. I mean, he's already fighting against Buff. I mean, I know he's angry now because Sarah's gone, but I respect where Michi's coming from. It's like, yeah, it sucks to have to kill these people, but they're gonna hurt even more people. So the needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few or the one. I get it, but it still sucks that he has to live with that burden. While I am suffering, Baraba is living off of that suffering. I just want things to end well. I want all to be well, and I want all to end well. Okay, nice to see Punk Jack actually contribute to the team. Yes, because he's finally babyface, and he wants revenge against King Sven and TC. Both two punk rockers going at it. Who will win in a world full of laser cuts? I'm just kidding. No, man. That guy from Forza isn't fooling around. No, he wasn't. And yeah, again, I'm gonna keep calling him Kane Sven and TC until like I put a name on that, which won't be for a while. Anyways, this has been episode 41. If you enjoyed, please comment, like, and subscribe to us on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Be sure to ding the bell icon in order to be notified of our latest episodes. The next video we're doing is we're going to be discussing King Oger episode 17. I think it's 17. Yeah, it's 17. Yes, episode 17. Because you're my shining star. Okay, which will be on Thursday, 7:30 p.m. Pacific, 10:30 Eastern. I know we're moving things back by 15 minutes, but I think it's just better that way. Give everyone more time to set up. Yeah. And of course, we'll be right back next Tuesday with Geats episode 42, just like we were doing today. And we are going to try to post more PMC videos. If you want to say hi to us in August, we're going to be at Japan World Heroes at the Burbank Grand Vista Hotel. So be sure to say hi to us there if you happen to be there. Oh, and look who's finally here during the closeout.
Yeah. Ryan got a glimpse of. Oh, I'm not going to say his name here because I don't want to spoil the King Oger. You'll just have to wait till Thursday. Yeah, and we had to go right over to Achilles because, Achilles is streaming something with Sakasa. So, I mean...
That's the thing I've been telling you about.
Oh! What's it called?
Karen Rezer or something like that.
I likes what I sees. That's all I'm going to say. But... as I said already,
like I said, it's Tsukasa Kodoya wearing a Garo-fied X-Aid armor.
That's exactly what it looks like. But as I said already, 10 out of 10 episode. Oh, that sword is so cool.
I mean, if anything, I still wish that like his two forms would switch swords. Like give a katana to his ninja form. And then give a scimitar to his final form because bigger Shogun armor probably needs a bigger blade. Well, actually, I've been saying it wrong. It's not a scimitar. It's an odachi because scimitars are Indian while odachi is Japanese. God damn it, SAO all over again.
Well, first you need to fix that. Secondly, where is best girl? Where is she? Where is it? There it is. There it is. Highlight of this episode.
Did you think I wasn't going to include that?
Oh no, I'd have kicked your butt if it wasn't here. That's all I needed. That is the best scene of this episode. That's what makes it. Actually, you know what? Scratch it. Not a 10. I'm gonna be Dave Meltzer right now and say this is a 20-star episode out of 10 because of Samori.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And the story of this episode. Oh, just the story of this arc. I like not knowing what's happening. I like being surprised every week. I think that's what like these last few arcs have been so well done because you don't know what's happening, even though you know by forms what's gonna happen story wise. Mm-hmm. You're figuring it out as you go along, and that's what's so great about this series.
Yeah,
and it's doing things that Revice wish it was doing or did.
Mm-hmm.
Because we did the whole human become monster, you kill the monster, you kill the human thing. But unlike in Revice, this is actually done way better because it has more stakes and consequences, considering one rider was part of this. Not only was it a rider, but it was a family member of another rider.
Yeah.
Yu Takahashi, my man. Yo, you was... Oh, and then... Time Fire! Being ousted from his company. Someone was watching Succession.
Yeah, I still stand by the fact that this is a dramatized me video waiting to happen. Where like the only person who he's the owner of a company, no one shows up to see him except his daughter, who he's been a total jerk to, and so on. Those like. I'm pretty sure, like, if you have ever had a Facebook account, you probably seen one of those videos where, like, in your feed, like, it's like you watch one video and there's like another video where, like, got all these characters speaking English in thick Ukrainian accents, and they're like short films. It's like where it's like it's like a rich guy asks a homeless man for pizza, but turns out they're both homeless because they were both kicked out of the same company by this jerk, and then they both work together to like prove that he was laundering money, and then they get the company back, like something like that.
Yeah. Well,
like,
I think
it feels like one of those.
I just think he's arrested. I think they doxed his involvement with the DGP, but the only reason why he was arrested is because they found out what he did as Time Fire.
Ooh, yeah, withholding vaccines during a massive bacterial outbreak.
Shooting first without. See, he was the thing people protested about. Just like innocent monster. Hung.
I mean, I always say that there are 4 archetypes for police officers. Time Fire's definitely an Evans. You like if you've seen that one episode of Family Matters, you know who Officer Evans is.
But yeah, Time Fire. Yeah, that's basically why he's in jail now. They found out what he did.
Heck. Eric Myers, his American counterpart, was definitely an Evans. He's like, get out of the way, Trip. That thing is a freak.
Yeah,
Oh my God, you're a freak too.
Yeah. Back to wholesomeness. Samuri is best girl.
She is, and she's best sister. Yeah, Ace like a big sister, gotta hide you.
Hey, as long as it's wholesome and not sis is stuck somewhere, then we're good.
Yeah, and of course, God dang it, like what we already started talking about sponsors. Now we're talking about those. See what you got us into because of your bad audio connection.
That's one's on my audio. That's my bad.
Gaslight.
See, now you want me to come out there and slap you with a churro. I will do that too.
But a churro has carbs in it.
That sounds like a you problem then, sir. Let me stop. Oh man, but yeah. Outro.
Outro. So one more. Let's try this one more time. Yes, that is a Spider-Verse reference. Okay, if you enjoy watching this review, be sure to comment, like, and subscribe to us on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Ding the bell icon to be notified of our latest videos. We're going to do Geats and King Oger on Tuesdays and Thursdays, respectively, 7:30 p.m. Pacific and 30 Eastern, because that way this guy won't be late anymore like he was today. I'm just kidding, man. You got your own podcast. So I'm not gonna hate you on it. And of course, be sure to check out our sister channel, The Buttery Show, where we just finished Video Game Movie Month with the new 2023 Super Mario Brothers movie. Be sure to check that out on that channel. Be sure to comment, like, and subscribe on that channel. The next movie that we are reviewing on that channel is actually going to be, one of the next movies, because we're actually going to do several. One of those movies will be Across the Spider-Verse, so be sure to stick around for that. And the best way to know when we're gonna do that movie discussion is by dinging the bell icon so you can stay notified.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to check out our personal,
social.
Yeah, if you want to check out our personal content, my guy, where can they find you?
Find me over at Henshin Gate, where I just was simultaneously. We just finished up the series Van Dread, amazing anime series. It had a lot of Power Rangers alumni, surprisingly. We covered Tokusatsu, like we just covered Geats and King Oger just now, and K-pop. And this weekend we cover the new episodes of King Oger and Geats, and oh my god, I can't wait for Buffa to just run rampant. Yeah, that's about it for now, I guess. I don't know.
I still don't understand why he doesn't have his Jamar God form.
Because he's stupid.
Either way, you know.
Where they can find you, good buddy.
You could find me on. Hold on a second. Here we go. You can find me on Instagram at Boken_Kabuto. You can find me on Twitch at twitch.tv/BokenKabuto. And yeah, you're not wrong. Like Buffa, like yes, to deal with some stuff, and in the background, all I could hear is Sao Mahe no Tsumi wo Kazoe Tamashi ni Fumito. Because of all the people he's like taking out.
He is just, you know, I just cannot wait for them to get back, Sarah. That's all I can say.
Yeah. In the end, to our lovely ladies and gentlemen of the audience and all you human gears as well, thank you for taking the time to watch our discussion of Kamen Rider Geats episode 41. Until next time, stay safe, stay hydrated, update your emergency kits, hug your loved ones because you never know when they'll be infected by a Jamar bacterial infection. And I don't think the DGP made a vaccine for that yet. So, you know, just stay safe out there, and we'll see.
Later. Yeah, we just keep doing this. Keep doing this.
Yeah, the thing's not working. Ah.
Oh, now it's not working.